How's it going, everyone? Let's see, this box of stuff, I traded a guy down at the outdoor market. It's probably been 3 months ago. It's been sitting in the corner, or just kind of piled on top of stuff, really. And then stuff was starting to get piled on top of it. So I figured I better get this out and check everything out and get it ready to sell. I traded him a 24-inch bar for a Husqvarna chainsaw and a chain for this. Okay, what we ended up with is, for starters, a little NES Slim. Top loader, Slim, whatever you want to call them. I call them a Slim because it's, you know, it's slim. That's all I got with it, is just the console, which is fine. I can dig up everything else. Bring that back. This actually comes with the dog bone controllers, which I have a good set of dog bone controllers for this. This one doesn't have any AVs on it. You have to use the RF adapter on it. I have RF adapters, and I have a little sneaky way of adapting it over for somebody that wants to use it on a regular TV and not have to worry about trying to figure out how to screw it to the back of your TV antenna terminals. Unless you're going to use it with the gun, and with the light gun, then you have to have it on a CRT. Okay, and we ended up with not a bunch, but we ended up with some games for the NES. Super Mario Brothers 2, Karnov, Daddy East, Karnov. Karnov. Let's see, Ninja 3, The Ancient Ship of Doom. Here's an oldie, Pro Wrestling, still in the 8-bit. And a nasty looking RoboCop. Kind of wondering if that one's even any good because of the condition that it's in. And either that or somebody really thought that was a crappy game. And let's see, we got another console in here. We have a Super NES. Just a little yellowing around the controller ports. And the rest of it's nice looking. Okay, not broke. And again, I have, this is all I got, was just the console. And I have everything to put that one together, so we'll get that one put together too. And why these other games that are in plastic bags is beyond me. But let's see, a couple N64 games. Kobe Bryant in NBA Courtside. And let's see, Bomberman 64. That one, when we were selling games, that one was still bringing quite a bit. That one was still a good movie. Good game, but don't know how it is now. We'll have to take a look. And three games for the Super NES. Total Carnage, which was always a good one. Lion King, which was and Aladdin, which is another one that's kind of those ones, the only one that really brought any money was Total Carnage. That one was always a good game, and buying it in and reselling it always did very well for us. Same with the Bomberman for the 64. We'll have to break out a 64 and see if we can't test those ones out. And hopefully they're good. But, you know, they're all going to need cleaning just like the systems. Super NES and the NES will have to really break them down and clean them up really good. Clean the pin connector. These ones don't have a interchangeable pin connector, you know, like the original big style, fat style, and not FAT, it's PHAT, fat. This is model number NES 101, which really doesn't mean doodly squat, except for every one of them is a model 101 in the slim. There's your UPC code with the serial number or whatever. Never really figured that out. A lot of people like to see that so they can look them up and see if it's anything different than the normal. And see the new styles when they came out with this one. This is after the fat. They put those security bits in these ones where the originals just had Phillips screws in them. Just like our Super NES, they continued to use the security screws to put them together. What we're going to do in this video is start getting these ready. Not start. We are going to get these ready to sell, because I am going to start putting some stuff online because funds are really getting low and I cannot buy any parts for our arcade machines. And oh well, no, I'm not going to bore you with my problems. So what we're going to do is start getting this stuff ready, and we're going to start putting stuff on eBay again. I hated to, but I hate eBay. But it is what it is, and I have to do what I have to do. And that's one of the reasons why I've been in such a YouTube funk, is not being able to pick up anything to repair our video game, our arcade games and that. So I need to do something to get out of this funk and start making some videos and creating some decent videos for everybody to watch. And so before we get into cleaning and getting these ready, hit the like button, comment, subscribe if you're new here, so we can bring you some more of this vintage retro crap. So I'm going to get you turned around and we'll get you set up, and we're going to get started on the Mini first. We'll get it done. Hopefully we'll get her all finished up and get the games cleaned and be ready for her to put it online for sale. Alright, I went out and dug out some stuff out of the stash. Now if you hear some voices in the background, that's Retro Ralph on his coffee talk, I think is what he calls it. And so I have it on, he's on live, and so it's on there, so whatever. Anyway, the dog bones, I got the supers. I have two really decent looking NES Max Nintendo controllers that we're going to put with this if it works. Got the RF adapter. I got a super pad for Super NES. But first thing we're going to do, I got the RF adapter, like I said, and I'm sure you've seen these before and seen me talk about them before, but there's this little adapter you can buy that screws onto your RF adapter like so, and now you can just put it on your cable in on your TV. Got a couple power supplies. test them out. And I need to open one at the moment. These are old school. I buy the actual, the ones in the yellow box because they actually have a transformer in them and not just a bunch of steppers in it. And these are a lot heavier. I've had better luck with these than I have with the ones that don't weigh anything. There's no weight to them. It's just a bunch of steppers in it to step down and change the voltage from AC to DC, you know. And I don't know, they're just kind of, they feel chintzy. I'm used to having some bulk with them. So that's what I use. I'm not saying they're better than any other ones. I'm just saying that's what I like. And so you use what you like, and I will use what I like. So now let's get this little NES fixed up here and hooked up. Let's see, where's our cable in on our little TV? There it is. What I like about those two is they're just a push on. You don't have to sit there and screw around and try and screw them on. Turn it on. You're gonna come on. Yep, you're on. Alright. Input. We want. Oop. Nope. Come on. I hate when I do this. Yeah, I know there's no signal. We want TV. Yeah. And I think we have to, what do we set on here? Our channel 3. Let's see if we can change this. There's A3. A3? Huh. I don't know. We need a decent game that's halfway clean. Full of cobwebs. No signal. Ah, there it is. Yep. All right. I've had this trouble before with this TV. I'm not sure we're going to be able to use an RF adapter on this little TV. I'll bring you back if I get it squared away. Alright, that little TV over there just does not like the cable in on it. I'm over here at my other bench. It's a little cluttered, but I wanted to show you that at least that our little slim works. And if you've seen any of my other videos, this is that's a dead pixel on my TV, so that has nothing to do with the unit itself. That's why I don't really like using this TV, because a lot of people, oh, it's got a line through it. You know, it's just, it's the TV, not the game system. So now what I'm going to do is, since this works, is we're going to tear it down and get it all cleaned up and ready to go. And we'll go back over to the other bench, back and forth, and get this tore down and get her cleaned up. That TV only does it on the cable side of it. I've never tried it, to run it just with cable TV, because I don't have cable TV. So I don't know if it just doesn't like the aspect ratio of the game systems on the cable, or what. Because I can run any of the other game systems with an AV cord on them. They all work fine on it. Now, let's see what this little guy has in store for us on the inside. And everything looks over great. Nothing's broken, but it sure is dirty. Now I see a dust bunny. They kind of, with the design of these Slims, it's as if they were working on the Super NES at the same time, because a lot of this has a little bit of both in it. It has the original NES, the fat style designs in it, and it also has some of the Super NES designs in it. Like, let's get him out of there. Shielding the pin connector. Dust bunny. I'll save him. Maybe he'll grow up to be a big dust bunny. Where on the Super NES you can actually remove this pin connector here and clean it. Where as they were designing, looks like they were designing the Super NES at the same time, and on the original here they made it so this does not come up. A lot of times you could change this on the Super NES if it got pop or something spilled in it and got all gunked up. Plus they started using a separate housing here for your power, and that's the same design as what's in the Super NES, and they should have left it with this style pin power connector instead of going with that one with the plastic in the center. That one breaks all the time. But like I said, there's kind of some similarities in this one compared to the Super NES. It's as if they were kind of I don't know, doing a prototype or something, and found out that, hey, this is pretty neat, let's make them little. This is 1993 Nintendo NESN CPU 01, if anybody is interested. Not a lot to these ones. There's a lot of these chips that you can still buy. There's no surface mount on these, so these are a heck of a lot easier to work on if you need to change a chip. You can actually, I don't know if you could put a socket. No. These two back chips you couldn't put a socket on, but you might be able to get a socket on these ones, or you just you'd have to leave the RF shielding off of it if you put sockets in to change the chips. If you had one that was total garbage, that the board was all eaten up or whatever, you could swipe the chips out of it and build a good one. These ones, they're they're not as popular, or I should say, I don't know, maybe they wasn't as many made of these. So these are a little bit harder to come by. You know, you don't see a whole lot of these little slims as much as you do the originals. I mean, I know the originals because there was probably 90 million of them sold, because that was one of the, you know, first better game systems. Okay, I'm going to stop rambling, and I'm going to get our housing and all this all cleaned up. Wipe off the little port here. We'll get this all cleaned up, and then we can test out some controllers and see if we have good controllers. Alright, at least the case, it cleaned up really nice. It looks good. These look like scratches, but actually they're cracks in the housing. It's not going to affect it, you know, as far as something just got dropped on it, or little Johnny stepped on it. Oops, I don't want that one there. It's not going to affect the operation of it or anything. It's still, but I just wanted to point that out. And oh, I forgot to wipe that out. Let me go wipe this. Alright, that's better. You know, making them look the best you can is everything when you're selling them. You know, if it's yours, you don't care, you know, if it looks like crap or not, but when you're trying to sell them, it means a lot if they're cleaned up. Normally I use Crud Cutter or Mean Green on them. Been doing that for years, and it haven't had any problems. It doesn't remove any of the paint, because these are just colored plastic, so you don't have to worry about removing any paint. Crud Cutter and Mean Green will remove paint on stuff. So you have to be careful when you're using that on other. Okay, get our security screws put back in. Alright, now we got her all cleaned up, put back together. We need to check out some game pads, controllers, and I hate when people wrap them around like that. Alright, I'm gonna spare you that. I'm gonna take these over and I'm gonna test them, and if both of them work, then we'll get them cleaned up and have them ready for the system. I got our controllers tested and cleaned up. I was never really a big fan fan of these, but you know, they work good. You know, it's just not one of my favorite. But hey, whatever. Now we need to clean up some games to get these ready. And I am going to clean these up and okay, and listen to the haters again as to them not liking the way I clean my cartridges. The last time I cleaned up some cartridges, I guess there are some people that think they know everything. Don't like that I use brass polish to clean my contacts. They said that metal polish will wear them thin. What do you think metal polish is for? Metal polish is for polishing metal. You know, and these they act like that this is my first time ever cleaning games. You know, trust me, I've been cleaning games like this for 15 years or more and have never had a problem. I've cleaned them for people and they love it because after I clean them for them, they never have to do much of anything to the cartridge except maybe take a Q-tip and wipe off the contacts and you're playing again. Alcohol, I have people telling me that, oh, they use alcohol and a soft microcloth to clean their games. And you know, that I guess that, you know, alcohol does not clean tarnish off of contacts. And it says right on here, do not clean with benzene, thinner, alcohol, or other such solvents. Right there. And, you know, these brass polish and metal polish is designed and formulated for cleaning metal. That's right. So it's not like you're sanding on them. Now if you're sanding on them, yeah, you're gonna wear away the metal, but metal polish just cleans contacts and the tarnish off of the contact. I mean, yeah, I guess if you were to clean your contacts on your games every day for a year or so, yeah, I'm sure you would wear them down. See, that one's not too bad, but you can see the tarnish on it. And when they get tarnished, that's when they don't make contact. You have to have a clean, non-tarnished, tarnished surface in order for them, for your contacts to work good. But I don't know, I don't get it. People act like they, you know, they clean 2 or 3 games and they think they know everything. Or they watch somebody that's cleaning games, you know, they just started into the retro gaming and just started cleaning games, and you know, that's the tarnish that comes off of those. And anyway, there's one here I want to make sure I show you I do. And you know, even my games, I use the brass cleaner, clean my contacts, and then you know, some of my games may sit a year before I pick them up again, and I put them in, and if they don't play, all I have to do is I don't even have to take them apart anymore. All I have to do is just reach in there with a cloth and wipe the contacts off, and it starts playing again. Here's the one that we're gonna try. Let's see what this one looks like inside. You're going to see a lot of cartridges like this, you know, because not everybody's playing them anymore. Huh. Actually, not too dirty. We don't have to add anything. Okay, I'm going to get these, finish getting these all cleaned up. This case I'm going to take over and clean it. Look at that. Before I put the game in it. The rest of them I can wash up, but this one I can't. I'm not going to wash it up with the game in it. So let me get this one cleaned up. Okay, we got all of our games cleaned up here, and now we need to test them all. Okay. Oh, get out of there. Super Mario 2 works. RoboCop, you remember how that thing looked. And there's RoboCop. Okay, and Karnov, that Data East game. And there she is, 87 Data East. And this says it was a big arcade hit. Then we got some old pro wrestling. Okay, you've seen Mario and Duck Hunt work. I saved this one for last for one reason. This game here, Ninja Guardian 3, the Ancient Ship of Doom, Tecmo, is selling anywhere from like 120 to 140. So we did get one really good game out of this lot. The rest of them, They're all anywhere from like 10 to 15 bucks. So most of those I will just put them in a lot and sell them as one lot. This one will go separate, and then we'll have a 5-game lot, or a 4-game lot there, and Mario goes with a game system. Okay, so we got all that finished up. We got our NES done, and now we're going to get started on our Super NES. You've watched me do enough of these, the Super NESs. I'm going to go ahead and get that all cleaned up, and we'll get the games cleaned up. We'll test this together to make sure it's going to work. Put you back in the stand, and if we don't have to do anything to it, I will go ahead and get it cleaned up and get it ready. You've watched me do enough of them that I think it'd be just a waste. So let me round up a couple of things here, and then we'll get that tested out. Alright, all I got left is to plug in our AV. Let's see, digital out. Okay, there it is. Yellow. White. Red. There's my All-Stars. What are we on our TV? I think we need to, yeah. Oop. We need to change it to AV. And nothing. I hate these ones that aren't color coded. Let's see, digital audio, PC sound. How about if we go over here and plug it in? That's better. I may go look for a different controller. I'm not a big fan of these super pads, but they do work good. Okay, so it looks like we work. Alright, now I'll get this one all cleaned up, and we'll have this one ready as well, and we'll clean up some games for it too. We have 3 games here, like I mentioned earlier, to clean up, and maybe we can we'll see if any of those are worth anything. I just thought maybe you might want to see a little before. and after. And yes, it's the same case. I didn't get a different case and put on this. If you've been watching my videos, you know I don't have very many of these good cases left. So I'm going to get her all put together here. And we have 3 games to clean up for it. And I will check and see if any of them are worth selling individually in there, or if I'm just going to put all 3 of them in a lot. A lot of times the games are, you know, they're only worth up to $10 most of the time, and it's not really worth putting them on eBay for $10. It barely even covers your time and effort in cleaning them to make sure they work. So I'll put, you know, if all 3 of them are just $10 games, I'll put all 3 of them in a lot, and maybe we can get them sold that way for like $30 or something. Alright, first game up in its protective sandwich bag. Little yellowed here and there, got some writing on it, is Total Carnage. Let's see if it even works. That's not doing nothing. I think we better check our game. Yeah, it's fine. But Total Carnage is Total Carnage. Okay, Total Carnage is not doing anything. Let's see what we got. Disney's Aladdin. It's not doing anything. Nope. Nothing. And now I think we've got the Lion King. Ooh, and the Lion King works. Look what I got. Somebody take it. It stinks. Okay, out. Back in. And comes on. Okay. Okay, now I'll still clean that, but I just wanted to show you that these 2 are not doing anything. So let's take them out. Put Aladdin back there. Now I need my rag. She's in the house. Oh, excuse me. No, I didn't say that. My beautiful wife is in the house. Okay. Get that all polished up. All nice and purty. What do you think? Think it'll work now? You think? Maybe? Huh? What do you think? Is it gonna work? Gonna work? Oh, snap. Looky there. Black Pearl. I love the way these old games are. Alright. Now we got... Oh, that's Lion King. That one's working. Let's take Mr. Aladdin. Total Carnage! How many hours did you spend in front of the TV playing Total Carnage? Let me know in the comments. Or have you spent... What's the most time, and what's your favorite game out of these ones that I've been working on? Ew. That one looked like it had vermin turds on it. Pretty. You've got a pretty mouth. Okay, Aladdin. And there she is. 1990 Disney. Capcom. Welcome to Abracabada. Okay. Now all I have to do is I'll get Lion King cleaned up. And I won't have to do much to that, to Lion King. And then I'll clean the cases. I hate some of these I hate to clean, because like this one somebody has already, you know, that's usually from wetting the case. This one, Aladdin, or Lion King, must not have been played too much, because and same with this one. This one's dirty. I can get a lot of that off, but you have to watch when you're washing these, because if you get the label dirty, they start getting really weird all along the edges. So when you scrub them, you have to kind of steer away from the labels on them. Where that one, Total Carnage, somebody, either that or somebody had a sticker on it, and there's a name on it. Looks like Sean. I have no idea. But there you go. Okay, let me get the cases cleaned up on these and, oops, make lots of noise. And looks like we'll have our two systems ready. Alright, there you go, folks. We got two systems ready and some games to sell. I still have the two N64 games. I don't have a N64 close by or whatever to get one of those to test the games. I always test all my games after I clean them. Before I sell them, I want to make sure they sell or work, because I don't want them to come back after they sell. But what we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 NES games. Super Mario goes with the system. I'll put 4 in a lot, and Ninja Guardian 3 will be sold on its own. This will be 1. That'll be 2, 3, and then we'll have 4. We'll sell the system, and 5. We'll have the 3-game lot that I'll put on. These will all be on eBay. If you're interested in them, my username is Hopper29. I've been selling and working with eBay since 1999. Even if you don't want to buy anything, you just you're nosy and you want to go see what the stuff's selling for. Most of my stuff I put on is at auction. I don't put very few I do buy it now, so I'd rather people bid on it, and it will sell for what it's actually worth when you put it at auction. So these will be on, or like I said, even if you just want to go take a look and see what the stuff's selling for because you watched me clean it, now you can go watch it sell. Just a little aspect, a little whatever. Okay. So I hope you enjoyed this video as much as I enjoyed making it for you, and let me know in the comment section if you enjoy these types of videos. Very few people have been commenting, and very few likes. The comments I usually get is because they don't like the way I clean games. Well, get over yourself. This is the best way I have found to clean them. I'm not saying it's the right way, and I'm not saying it's the best way. This is the way I clean them. And if you don't like the way I clean them, then keep it to yourself, or I'll just start deleting those comments. So until next time, I hope to see you on the next video. Till then, see ya.